Okay, the first plugin we're going to talk about is called Akismet, A-K-I-S-M-E-T, which helps with spam comments on your site. Before we do that, though, let's look at your comment settings. If you don't use comments, it may not really matter. So under Settings and Discussion, you can choose a few options for comments. The third one in here, allow people to submit comments on new posts. If you turn that off, then any new post you publish won't have comments even as an option on the post. So it won't matter. You won't have spam problems if you choose to do that. If you leave it on, there's also things where you get emails where people post a comment or comments held for moderation. A common thing I leave on is a comment author must have a previously approved comment. So when Susie comes to your site the first time, you have to approve her comment. If she leaves a comment in the future, it goes through automatically. It's a good way to do it. Or you can say every comment must be manually approved. Even if you have these settings in place, though, spam could be a problem because you won't have the spam showing up on your site. You're going to have a lot of headaches to deal with clearing out all the spam manually. So if you choose to leave comments open, which again, this applies up here for new posts. Again, if you publish 5 posts with this checked and then uncheck it later, those first 5 still have comments turned on. You can turn them off individually if you want. But again, we're mostly pre-blog here for the course. So this will apply to anything going forward. So I tend to like comments. I don't get a lot of them on my site. People sort of move to social media, but I think they're a good thing to have. So if you choose to allow comments, you want Akismet. Let's go to plugins. So we'll add new. And actually it shows up right here. There's Akismet. If not, you can search for it. Just in case it doesn't show up for you, you can search for Akismet. You'll see it right there. The Akismet anti-spam plugin from Automatic with 5 million active installations. So let's install it now. Like with themes, you install it in one step and then can choose to activate it separately. So let's go ahead and activate it now. Now, the one catch with Akismet is you have to have an account with them in order to use it. We have a paid account for our business, but you can actually get a free account with them when you do it. So you need to enter an API key. Basically, you'll log into your account on their site and say, hey, here's your special private key to put on your site. So if we go to set up our account, you go to Akismet and you can see here's the pricing for it. I already have my account, but you can say get personal and you can name your price. And you can name your price as low as $0 if you want. Don't recommend that. I mean, they provide a great solution, so at least throw them a few bones a month, but it's up to you. If you're just starting out, maybe start at 0 and see where it goes. We slowly paid a bit more and more as we have more sites on it. But basically what it does is because they're used by so many millions of sites, they know how to recognize spam. And so if they see a few sites marking a certain comment as spam repeatedly, they'll use that knowledge on your site to mark things as spam as it comes along. So you can do that. And then in your account, you can get your API key. I'm not going to show you mine here just because it's a private key. But once you do, you can go manually enter the key and just type it in here, ABC 1, 2, 3, whatever you have, and connect it, and that will be active. And that's all there is to that. Once you have it going, the comments section now in the back end here, this will go away at the top. Every comment, you'll be able to see all the comments, the ones that have been marked as spam, the ones that have been approved, and you can help out too. You could say, this one is spam. If you mark it as spam, that will help train Akismet for other people that one's spam. In this case, this is the first generic comment that comes built in with WordPress. We're just going to trash it. It's not spam. It's just not necessary. So we'll just trash it away. You can deal with your comments in here. And this is also where if comments are pending, where either by the rules you set up or Akismet's just not quite sure, you can go in here and choose whether to approve a comment, delete it, or mark it as spam. I'd say pretty rare you would just delete a comment. Usually it's a good comment you should approve, or it's spam, you should mark it as spam. But you have the option for all 3 of those in there. So Akismet really helps keep this cleaned out. You'll see that spam number tick up pretty good, but that's okay because they won't email you for the spam and bother you with that. It'll take care of it on its own. So Akismet's a good one to start with.